As Americans, we can feel it in our bones. Big money buys politics while the rest of us are shut out. If we're to have any say in the decisions made by those who are supposed to represent us, we have to fight back, and we are.
Maine people back in the 90s passed the first in the nation Maine Clean Election Act. And it worked really well for a number of years, but unfortunately after some Supreme Court rulings, the law was weakened. So Mainers rolled up their sleeves, over 1,000 volunteers collected signatures from 80,000 people in the state to put question 1 on the ballot.
People have been working on campaign finance reform here in Seattle for at least the last 4 years. We're done with shady deals. We're done with attempts at extortion. We're just done with it.
It's a matter of actually getting involved and believing that change can happen. The reaction I get from most of my peers is that, Mitchell, come on, why are you interested in this? You can't change that. Why even bother trying? But I think that my generations were passionate about a lot of things, but we need to recognize that the first step to making the world into the better place we want it to be is getting money out of politics.
I've enjoyed getting to work with people who have huge political experience and some of the folks who are coming in being an activist for the first time in their lives. We've had people who don't agree on any other issue but can find common ground on this.
So they went to work, phone banking, knocking on doors, talking to voters one by one to let them know that if they fix things in their own communities, it would send a message to the country.
The good news is that what you're doing here in Seattle is happening other places as well. You're in a position to really exercise leadership here.
When Initiative 122 passes, it won't be just a victory, it'll be a glorious call to action. More ordinary voters will have more power. The for-hire driver, the single mom, the college student, they won't be passed by.
And they did win by double-digit margins in both campaigns.
Voters today sent a message loud and clear, not just to the state of Maine, but to people across this country, that we can and will fight back against the corrupting influence of big money in our elections.
Now, it's up to all of us to carry the momentum of Maine and Seattle forward.
If we can reduce the influence of big money on our elected officials, then anything's possible. We can have a government that works on our issues and our problems so that all of us can lead happier, healthier, and productive lives.
I'm excited to see more candidates getting to use clean elections, so I'm looking forward to working on outreach to people thinking about running for office at different levels.
Well, the first and most important thing you can do is win here, as I mentioned, because if you win here, then we get to point our colleagues in Washington to this. So when they say, well, this is a pipe dream, it's a quixotic venture, there's no way you can get this kind of thing done in Washington, we can say it's being done in Seattle, it's being done in Connecticut, it's being done in Maine. It's time for us to step up and do it.
These victories didn't happen on their own. It took people like you dedicated to creating a more perfect union. Maine and Seattle lit the spark. Now it's your turn. Help us spread the word and the momentum. We can and will keep fighting until every voice is heard in our democracy.
Let's do this!
Let's do this!
Let's do this! Let's do this! Let's do this! Let's do this!
Let's do this.